Up to now, several coincidences occurred in K-pop have made people wonder what exactly happened with our universe. Whether there are some predictions to such events, or they just pop up all of a sudden. The randomness of some K-pop coincidences sometimes takes time to notice, and is fun to discover, as it could be a sign that some sort of supernatural power does exist. The first to be mentioned is SNSD, which has been the nation's girl group for more than a decade, with tons of hits people could easily sing along to, like Hoot, The Boys, Taxi, Mr. Mister, I Got a Boy, and you could certainly name so many more. Starting off the idol career with a 9-member lineup under SME management, SNSD also kicked off the new era for female idols. Girl Generation swept all national charts and even competed with boy groups in the album sales segment at the time. But the fun did not last any longer. After the 10-year journey, only 5 members chose to stay with SM for another few years. Recently, it did give everyone goosebumps when So1, while rewatching the old performances of the girls years ago, came across a special stage that they believed had foretold the girls' future since the old days. Particularly, it was an SBS Inkigayo stage recorded in November 2010, when the girls performed their hit song Hoot. Let us put aside how hot Hoot was, because what the girls wore back then was actually the thing we should pay attention to. Specifically, for that stage, the girls were dressed in outfits of 2 main colors, pink and red. Surprisingly, it later turned out that only those who wore the red renewed the contract and stayed with the company up till 2021. Meanwhile, the others in pink decided to leave SME one by one to seek for new opportunities. Perhaps colors hold so much more meaning than just a simple hue. Members with red costumes were Taeyeon, Yoona, Yuri, Sunny, and Hyun, while the rest in pink were Jessica, Tiffany, Sooyoung, and Sohyun. Many fans jokingly said that they really admire the stylist Prophecy superpower. Yet, of all those funny comments, some also expressed how the stage triggered their sorrow. They wished the stylist of 10 years ago to address the girls in all red. Yet, it's a good sign to see that all Girls' Generation's members, whether leaving SM or not, are leading the best life after chasing their own goals. Jessica was the first to have her contract terminated with SM. After that, she went back to her home country and built her own fashion brand. Different from Jessica, who left the company before the contract expired, the triad Tiffany, Sooyoung, and Sohyun had a peaceful departure after their contract ended in 2017. Among the 3, Sohyun and Sooyoung challenged themselves in the acting profession, while Tiffany still sticks with her music passion, frequently releasing new music products and organizing tours around the states. For the members who stayed, they received different treatments from SME. The Aegyo Queen, Sunny, finds herself fit in a hosting position in many famous radio shows and music events. The most salient is no one else but the nation center Yoona, and the leader, Kim Taeyeon. While Yoona excels in the beauty industry with tons of lucrative advertising contracts and proves herself good in the acting career, Taeyeon is thriving as a solo artist, topping different charts with impressive sales. On the other side, though Yuri and Hyun also debuted solo for a while, they received little attention from the public. Another most mysterious rumor in the K-pop industry is the YG Who's Next. Specifically, whenever YG uploaded their artist poster with the thought-provoking line, "Who's next?", there would be for sure something super dark and unfortunate about to happen. Though for some, that line might spark something new and unexpected in their idol's comeback, in the interpretation of most K-pop fans, the line could properly imply who's gonna fall next. Up till now, the Who's Next teaser always followed by one or many members of a group leaving the agency or terminating their contracts. Plus, it's worth noting that such things actually occurred all over the industry, not just with only YG. Although people wish everything is just the overlap of a bunch of coincidences, there is some actual evidence to prove the theory's credibility. Most recently, in the Alien comeback of Soohyun from AKMU, YG once again used the line "Who's next?" on social media to announce her promotion. Yet, instead of sparking excitement, the teaser literally panicked fans in many fandoms. And guess what? Things supposed to happen had actually happened. Turning back the clock, ever since 2014, when YG first started its Who's Next project, just a few hours after posting the teaser on Twitter, Chris Wu left EXO. The next instance was the second release of the Who's Next teaser, followed by the departure of Jessica from SNSD, and Lee Chun Thunder from I'm Black. The third Who's Next poster in 2015 saw the contract expiration of Sulong and Chinwoo of 2AM, and the fourth one, released within the same year, was followed by Somin of Card, departing from April. Another unfortunate coincidence of the Who's Next teaser was when YGE posted it right before the 4 minutes disbandment. Basically, the curse has taken full effect since the early days, and thus, leaving fans in great anxiety every time they see one. YG is apparently the most mysterious agency in K-pop, not only for the Who's Next curse, but also for the 3-month cycle of scandal. You would see this cycle most obviously in 2019, a dull year of YG where the agency expelled its artist every 3 months. The first name is Kang Seung-hoon, who started to leave Sexkies and YG in January. The male idol was accused of a long list of wrongdoings, from dating with a fan, speculating the fan club's fund, to breaking into a former manager's house. In March, a grieving case blew up when the magnate of Big Bang, Seungri, claimed early retirement owing to a bunch of unclear scandals. Apart from being involved in Burning Sun bar chaos, tax evasion, and drug abuse, the most serious case was the prostitution one. They altogether eventually made the idol appear in court a couple of times. 2 days after the accusations, YG terminated the exclusive contract with Seungri, and the situations haven't been settled up till now. 3 months later, the talented rapper and caring leader of iKON, B.I., left the agency according to the incrimination of the perplexing drug trade that occurred in 2016. The company quickly confirmed his departure within a day, breaking the contract with him but also breaking the YG supporters' hearts. Unfortunately, other idols under YGE also encountered various small scandals almost monthly, reaffirming the fact that 2019 was totally a year of YG, but not in a good way. Another worth mentioning case of coincidence happened to be in the survival television program Produce 101. With the aim to form perfect groups having diverse talents and introducing them to the industry, Produce 101 was super famous for its harshness. The show's contestants could be anyone, from those who have debuted to newest faces in the industry. Throughout the first 3 Produce seasons, any 4 distinctively talented contestants first stepping into the eliminating round would coincidentally miss their chance of getting into the last debut lineup. Let's take an example of some names that left fans in regret. Kim Chung-hyun, the leader of New East in Season 2, ranked 14, and his member, Kang Dong-ho, ranked 13 when joining the competition to revive New East. Kim Samuel, one of the most potential participants, who was also eliminated from the final lineup when only ranking 18th. A similar case occurred in Season 4 with Lee Jin-hyuk, also ranked 14. The 14th position once again the deadly spot in Produce 101 Season 3, when Lee Ka-eun was eliminated despite being one of the most favored and talented contestants. On the contrary, it seemed that any contestant ranked 24th in the first round would definitely make it to the final list, namely Im Na-young and Park Bu-jin. Besides, the first spot in the first round is apparently another cursed spot, as Ki Hee-hyun of Season 1, An Hyung-sob of Season 2, and Go To-mo of Season 3 all get eliminated afterward. Though all ambiguous predictions of fans were dismissed from time to time, since the pile of suspicions kept stacking up, some authorities took it seriously and conducted an investigation. Eventually, in August 2020, the 4 seasons were proclaimed to have been manipulated, and thus severely violating Korean law. As a result, X1, the group coming out of this competition, had to disband, negatively dragging down the careers of many innocent contestants. Overall, if it was not for the unethical acts of the producer and the organizer of the program, K-pop could have seen more purely talented people. The last coincidence could be called serendipity regarding the short-term relationship between BTS Jin and a Hollywood actor. Particularly, K-Nets were literally going crazy when they spotted out the friend standing next to BTS Jin in his old photo was a Disney star. To be more specific, in the photo Jin took with his 3 foreign friends, the boy to the left was no other than Mitchell Hope. For your information, Mitchell Hope is an Australian artist who has a blooming career since his young age. Most people get to know him through the ongoing popular Disney series called Descendants, and featured on Netflix Let It Snow. Back in time, in 2007, Jin took part in a summer camp in Australia to improve his English proficiency, and just coincidentally stayed in the same camp with Mitchell. Yet, because the camp only lasted for a very limited time, people supposed they were nowhere close to each other and were merely acquaintances. After the picture event was revealed, Mitchell Hope somehow heard about it and followed BTS's official Instagram account. Yet maybe he was still new to them, so he didn't know it was just the agency account. It took netizens a long while to know about the interesting relationship. 2 camping students now become 2 handsome men with successful careers. Turning back to the photos, K-Nets are still amazed at how tall Jin was compared to his friends, and still sometimes fondly refer to it as the meeting of the princes. Do you get goosebumps to learn about such coincidences in K-pop? Feel free to comment down below to let me know. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV because more intriguing videos are waiting for you ahead. Thank you for watching.